Asoli ageshe bakeni. Oh yeah, nami mama. I won't let it cry. You must know me. You're funny, baby. Shueshi. Small, asoli ageshe bakeni. Oh yeah. That's right. Chamega nyame. Nyefe nye yana walada. Mimba nyefe nye den omanye. Nye yiwala. Nye yana walada ake nyesa nyeba fata woi mwene boli Brahima. So mwene wo nyeme koni eko wo cheko. It sent me a very interesting video. Ni mwene boli Friday vibes masumoni. Watcha na kan video ni wakwake wabanye ni wakase noko enyoke etenko yemelo. Shout out to you ni shipi mimbodo manye obatwashi. So wa cheni ona egbeji Abeiku Okai ejegbese enyeseje be minacho efutu niami ke bona na kan jemegbe winiba niami gbe. So no one Abeiku me show na get last name Okai. I think I get catch on like Ikai or so. Inkele no sanigba ni wakele afokman ba ni eba chongo some of these things. He's an historian. Agbenenwe Osofo uni ni you know go very interesting. Yeah, one of the videos say ni inkwe mi. Eke Osofo ni ye me pinye say ne chose ame. She ehani Christianity about westernizing it. A lot of us say were fall victim to nakaino until recently ni okleje efe wa dromo ni egbele wa ime ne nake no ni esumoni wa ba chun ni waka wa yebo mi dani wa dromo e shifty. But a lot of us say what fall victim to nakaino one Christianity about westernizing wo wabu wakusumi wana wanibi ni esa. So in fact ne na kan really a tantry ojogba andi enche ni inake no this is somebody ni esani wanyeni wa follow le na kan video mi eke okwe ba na mi what me pi na wakusumi won can be wakusumi j1 ni can be break a lot of things down. Now a platform eji ofine bomode no ya YouTube. Got a YouTube and no follow le. Guan Heritage Network. She Guan Heritage Network. Olage Guan be amameyo shipono. Dani menime je umba. She quite interesting. Ake kake Guan actually the Aborigines lenche game kome yem yomo je menime fagbe menime travel na keba. And that reminded me of one thing koni numo la kote adra wishi we ake about around the 1000s, way before Nani I make nagan journey keje boli unka bashe no me le bashe omo. So there were some people on the land before nagan history I get fear wo yin pa no we focus on solely on many koemi many meje. You understand what I'm saying? Interland say keba wo yin pa many menye show na keba niji numo la koti ado awushime le neke we bi mba ame ton show na nagan history ateli nagan history boni asana ateli le. So ke ateli history agba many menye. You understand what I'm saying? Many interland say keba the one from the coast in ame batashio mo to moboni numo la koti ado ashu we from the 1000s say no mele obanage onaya ekweko. People don't really talk about it. It's not no you can know before ni many me frank bear ba many me interland say ba there were already guns on the land ni I mean in fair I can link it may not be necessarily the same link but it blank into seketi I mean in jomo seketi Jemmy. Once again, shout outs to every single one of you ni eba join. So many quite very interesting. Waba kase neke nokone. Shout outs to you, Uncle Johnny. Ofine be oye ojogba dienche. So tomobani yue ni nkebo nke chonyi nkele nasani ba ngmene ni egmegbe akeleleng wabanye ni wayusu eni femo eke inchale sometime next week. Koni was schedule ni wanyeni ekewo aba wanyeni wakale aba kpano koni efemini ni eba ni sandefen sane ni watawo ni wakale agba eke wanyeni wakale egba. Right, so this is what I was looking for. Right, so wabachuna kainiye, like I said, it's ani wawa ni be a lot of us, especially me generation, a lot of these things that we don't know, and we've been westernized by Christianity, other religions. Yeah, Christianity in the but other religions where I'ma use westernized loosely because not all religions are from the West. So I'ma use loosely. You understand what I'm saying? So obasumoni no emancipate yourself from mental slavery. For none but ourselves can free our mind. Have no fear for atomic energy, because none of them can stop the time. Bona. How long shall they kill our prophets while we stand aside and look? Nakano is redemption song, a very prophetic and powerful song from Bob Marley. Now, before ni wabaya anonima track naken video ehabue. Ni masumo cheme kenyeme ni nyekwa ni boli enye bi kenya nabi diwo ngene nyani wonu anyi koni kaji noko yemini ekule esani a correct keke anyeni before animaya finally shout out to you Uncle Charles ye Ohio niami Uncle Charles so fine be oye ojogba sign your airport finally achake mene. So there you have it. Finally it's been changed. Obanake ni afe announcement fence mi keji oshe airport kotoka jinoni ebujeme olo mene strandene Ghana Airport Company Limited be ame achake ni adie kotoka ejeme ni ake Accra eba jeme. Right, so finally no fair no etemi. Of course, ICAO ke other aviation systems say Accra was never deleted out of it. It's always been Accra International Airport. No, call back keji OA ticket. It is ACC. OA ticket. No, yeah, it is. They're not gonna go ACC now because the aviation networks are me. Accra was never changed. So it was just the signage ni Achake Airport. So they didn't really have to do anything with the aviation systems. She Achake okwese Poland job anake kotoka shadow ye jemo doba. Many me chake na me Accra ba me bo modi. Now me from money be at times and it's me painting no. She me painting no. So bana picture ko me ko you can still see the K behind it. I hope I get ame ba kweni ame kwe ni ame chake na kai no da. Now, so there you have it. It's a great news for today. One step at a time. Now when ishe obake ni ibakpa airport some of the things coming. We say na ke flight school ibashe Accra airport ayuega, which is good. Last time one na video ko ni koshe terminal say ko ma mi announcement say announce ye gamin. Shout outs to you, Uncle John. Uncle John, they trashi. Shout outs to you, my Marion. Ima find So we are getting there. That is why we have to keep the fight going. And keep pushing and keep forcing it, because it's not going to be given to us on a silver platter. Shout outs to you, man Venus. It's not going to be given us on a silver platter. And that is why we need to keep the fight. We need to keep the intensity. You what keep pushing, what pushy. And like I said, this is one thing. Enye ebami. Isani wakwe ni obake nwe shejame no ni isani wafe ni wabafe ni obake abafe boldly and visibly to moboni akwa aba yo isani wakwe ni wafe cheme ko me amenhwe shika amehwe shwe ke MTN po na me ono na ken big akwaba sign agent yo je cheme nhwe kaje bia menini na ba ka amehwe shwe be ne ake wo ba ken we fitai MTN bia no nke ba fitai. You understand what I'm saying? But I don't know what is wrong with our leaders. And yeah, na apele mina chole apele Okay. Appelé Overlord. Can he be? Appelé Overlord. Can he be? One second. Right. So now, shout outs to you, man, Christy. Man, Christy, I think I enjoy many lesson. You are one person you've been pushing me. Okay, I should try and bring some of these things on. So I think you're gonna like today's lesson. Now, but no connect to it. You find it on a lot in try. Many watch about break it down in our. He's an historian. He has quite a lot of videos. I mean, a belly channel check. Bomodeni o subscribe. Ona a channel in get Guan Heritage Network. Guan Heritage Network. Ni ona no in chane. Do you really know the meaning? Because a futu ke obutu jue mo in a futu. No na keshi e bale to mo onu le gan. Show nu e bale to mo gan ojogba. But to ekum. Right. So, we've always associated this with one, especially when many Christianity, and I'm using the word elu. Yes. You understand what I'm saying? We've always associated this with one. That is what religion has done to us. Like I said, look, I'm a victim to it. And a whole lot of us, we've fallen victims to the fact that the very thing ne wo fear beme niji war. What chefen afon? You know, I think that is the core reason they want to war. Because you cannot be somebody that you are not. Onye oke okleje ake ebedwemo. Mine wasane obomi ganyo. Be otoko okleje ake okleje ebedwemo. Ni okleje dwemo fe le noni. Ni le fe le noni. No akechi okleje febo ganyo. Ni nibi komeye. Ni identify your bo. Ni chon bo. Ni kemo konklo na sui komeye. Nika mo conclude mo se ne na kan suye e ba na ke sui ne ni ashimashine jiole poe e chomi ake ashimashine gandoni alo dangmenyu ege bon o akọ Bible le kege obaga ge o forget it. I feel, in other words, you are telling your pleji age lelenche eleno ne tawo te fi oten ne febo gando ne febo blofonyo mi Osofo Jimmy. For those of you who don't know, just like this man right here. I started preaching when I was 14. And no, I can't tell microphone and me present a few of them, me preach because in fear I'm wake up, can't microphone no my preaching. You understand what I'm saying? I've been preaching since I was 14. So I love it. Some of us are coming to the realization. Nume bowo awo won jamomi. Okleje e bowo awo won jamomi. Yeah. Because keje no fe no ni fi obo ganyu e onale won ni twage bo okleje e bobo awo won jamomi. Ni twage bo okleje e bobo no ba bia ke te fi o to okleje ne ko ba jale no fe ni papa no ya heavy ne bobo e bobo ni bu e kebo ya wo won jamomi. Am I talking to somebody? It will make no sense. Akenyu mo ba bo mi ke ba jin. Ne ba sumu ake ma jale. Ni ma hele ma ye. Ni ken twi fe hale. Shimo ne kemi ya wo eku e kemi ya wo e na ja won ye. It makes sense. The all-loving God will not necessarily put me in one jamomi. Ne kami ne kwe. Ne kwa kani lele ma chake njomolo. Ye bi ete inka me nkwe. Le noni ni dote in le strengths, in le weaknesses. In le nachiche strengths, in le weaknesses. In le chata strengths, in le weaknesses. I will not purposely. Makame makwe. Nika me failure. Keken kame ya wa bonsan lami. What sort of a father, Jimmy? You understand what I'm saying? What sort of a father, Jimmy? Nima can be magic by my boy, me I will cook again kame. Again kame failure, again kame ya wa bonsan lami. And that is not the God that I serve. Ni mo no ni mi njale, ni mi nsumole, ni lele. Kemi gbe mo de sample in can be in tre in fe be na kan then lo pleje mi no e ba fe bi na kan o pleje na e bo mi yesu ke ba no mi ne wo ni e ba fe mi na kan aka ba bo mi awe ko ni na kan jemele won aja na ko aka ma chake ntwi alo nchake ntwi ni ke ba la aka nchake ntwi ge mi e wa bonsan la mi ge nsha da bi o pleje e fe na kan e fe na kan. So anytime we ba nu ne ke no ko we've always associated it with one, but na can know because a jega she gwa you money many je shishi but we kon dan watch a video shishi. Right, so let's go into business. Noni wa botwe dane ni wati amekumeka wa nuno wa na akeba ache won. Mini ji yue mo shishi. Mini yomi. Mini ji noni kenaka no ba. And about omowa min can be fair. So it's only about 29 minutes long. It's a but it touches nibi wujini enya nesani wofen wakase. So let's go into it.
It's homo ewo. Hunger no more exists. That is the meaning. The same akuma ase, hunger no more exists. Then the Obutus call it awubia. It means alebieu, harvesting, harvest. That is what it means. The same thing. I told you about the song. When they met at Nyayanu for the festival celebration, he taught them the song. And the song goes like this. Ewo, ewo, ewo. Ewo. Apaye. Manjesra. Ewo, ewo, ewo. Ewo. Apaye. Manjesra. Omani Aroni. Aroni. Omani Aroni. Aroni. Inu. Insu. Ominja. Yire yida aye. Yire yida aye. Da aye. Yiri aro. Yire yi omenje. Ewo. So while they are singing the song, they'll be clapping their hand like this. Okay, that gave it the rhythm. They'll be clapping their hand. Now, let's look at what the song says. The song says,
No, na tumobenika yinpai na twade. No na ke kaji abo awu onake waji acheme me ni menye na wana mensha. Ama me twa amedi. Ke amen bo awu abagblami. Let's go.
A reminder, you know, the girls sing it, and at a point in time, the girls will say, Obreku cho. Agbae. Okay, but the word is apai. We'll go into it. But we'll use the word Obreku cho. You know what Obreku cho means? Obreku means this is what the Breku language says. So the song is in the Breku language. Breku cho. Breku, naka Breku, riemo chole. Okay, that's what the Breku language says. And the people singing Breku are actually, in the olden days, they were more often called Breku than Senya. The Obutus are also called Obutu Breku, Ewutu Breku. So Senya Breku, Ewutu Breku. And the people of Simpa, they are also Brekus. And then the ones at the coast of the Grand Dangbe, who today are Grand Dangbe, are all Brekus. Let me explain this. Breku is not actually a tribe, it is the religion. It's so sad that the Europeans told us that the traditional religion is called traditional religion. As if it doesn't have name. Every religion has name. The African traditional religion that was here before the white man came, before other tribes came, is the Breku religion. Breku means invocation or blessing. Invocation of good luck. So I don't want to go too far into that. So let me hold on to that. But that is just for the record. So the guys will say Obreku cho. Now the song starts with ewo ewo ewo. That ewo ewo you hear actually means rejoice. Ewo, ewo. That is the Breku language. Ewo, it means rejoice. So when people are eating after, in those days, not now, those days, you read there, you say, Ewo ani ago. Ewo ani ago. It means that rejoice and welcome us to feasting. Okay, to feasting. Then they will respond, Amen. Amen means let's swallow. Oh, when you are eating in the Breku language, me means to swallow. And then the account, for example, say, mene. The account word came from that Guan word, mene.
I know me.
So,
I know.
Amen. So it's not amen like the Christian amen. No, amen means swallow. So when we say ago, it means that you are actually calling towards feasting. Oh, we are feasting or happy, feasting. Then the response is let's swallow. So ago, amen. Originally, it wasn't knocking to enter. No. Okay, that's what we have. Ko. Amen. That amen actually came from the root swallow. All right. So ewo means rejoice. So when the hunger, was defeated, then they had to rejoice. Ewo. Then they respond, ewo. Apayi. Manjesra. Okay, we'll come there. I want to remind you of something. Do you see they have a song called Akwele Suma Ye 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 Akoko Suma Ye 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 Ye, and the singers or the Obutus Awutu would sing it Amenya Munyunyo Amenya Mosesa Ewo 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 Ewo. It means that when a woman goes to give birth, she doesn't, come home easily. It's life and death. So to give birth to 2 and 3, my God, it calls for rejoicing. You see, it calls for rejoicing. So that's why they used to. That's why they celebrate the twins. It is not just celebrating twins; it is celebrating life, because going into labor and having one is not easy. And then you have 2, you have 3. So Amenya Munyunyo, we don't get them 2. Amenya Mosasa, we don't get them 3. Ewo, ewo, ewo. It means let's rejoice. Let us rejoice. And then the guy will say, Akwele Suma, ye, 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 ye. But I'm singing the Ubuntu to explain the origin or the actual word. It is rejoicing that a woman has gone into labor and come with 2 or 3. Now, so the word ewo means rejoice. Ewo, ewo, ewo. So the song say ewo, 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 ewo. Apayi. Apa, the deity. Sekum apa, sekumo. Apa. Okay, yes, ye says. Apa says, the deity says. Ewo, 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 apayi. Manjesra, apayi. It means apa says.
So, you know, go briefly. Hoshra ni eba elaborate more because eba for chemo. Obana get just sakumo. So sakumo ji. I don't eba. She mean that ho briefly. Okay, sekum say because a che jemawe ko ye butu no mi. Meneme about the origin of this very UEMO. So not like UEMO len check out to a fe to me balega. Oh, to mo gas. You understand? So original gwa UEMO. No chino na you ni a break let down ye a butu e mini chonwa so bana ke a chest sakumo I'm sure I get like I said about break let down about obana a chair sakumo if I get a year pan of you bon so ke ashaje me ne bunche obana ke we refer to the sakumo deity. Let's go on.
Passage. This is the message from the deity. It's not Agbai. I'm sorry if you be offended, because I'm bringing this out. But don't be offended. Just take it humbly, because if you don't know history, you can't better the future. Some of the reasons we don't know where we are going is because, 1, we don't study our history. 2, we think that history is not necessary. But history is necessary for the present and for the future. Else the Bible wouldn't be written, because the Bible is a historical document. All right? As our ancestors wouldn't leave us poems, proverbs, sayings, music, so that we can learn from them. And this is one of the amazing songs that has been left for ages, the years. I don't know how many years, but many, many years. Ewo apayi. The deity says, Manjesra. It means that stability must come to the land. Peace must come to the land. So, Oma means state or community or town. Jire means to stand. Jira say, stand on your feet. So we say, Omanje, it means that the state must stand, must have stability. The Gans will say, Manye. Okay, so let the state have peace and stability. So the deity says, let the state have peace and stability. Manjesa, Oma Niaroni. Okay, listen. Ewo apayi Manjesa, Oma Niaroni. The affliction of the state. Aro means affliction. Or the tree, for example, have a word called Ewurodimi. Let's say Oshudimi. And in our language, Aro means affliction. Atete. Okay, atete. That is what the accounts will say. So, Omani Aroni, the afflictions of the land. Aroni yiye. To drive away the affliction, this is what will happen. If we drive away the affliction, apaye manjesa, omani aroni, aroni. That aroni means aroni ye means to drive. Yimunemwo. Oh, ye are waving. Oh, drive the animal away. Ye. Omani aroni ye. Then it comes to inu, which means there will be abundance of fishes. Insu, there will be abundance of rainfalls. Ominja, there's a difference between ominja and ominja. Ominja means the land will produce more. Omaleja to produce. Ominja. So ewo apaye manjesa omani aroni inu insu ominja. Then the next verse will say yire yida. Yire means strengthen yourself and work hard. That is why we will say something like chobe. Then the response is ye. It's not ye. Cho means abundance. Cho means abundance. Then obey actually means season. Obey, it means season. So the seasons of abundance. Chobe.
So on a bianene yue and once again, women who die and show na ke obue be share kabata biane na kano jiboni wawuleme chole obue be eshe ke obue be share agbeolo baba o lo agbeoleni ke wa shensho na wa ga ko me twa ball bona. So once again, so you can tell some of these things say they've been passed on from generation to generation. Word say actually pie chakeko boni shikwenloe batole nakempepeji boni wachole kabata biane bona. So ni nu obue ne gbla mi akọ obue actually means season lewe ni echege mi moni ndayen shona ka boni bomoni bomo dayen shona oleke obue obue be she obue be she. So you see the connection with actually the invocation. Ona. All right. So let's continue. Let me back a little bit.
It means strengthen yourself and work hard. That is why we will say something like chobe. Then the response is ye. It's not ye. Cho means abundance. Cho means
once again, you see, and that is why these things are very important. If you don't tell your history, neke chobo ene inna ashantenyo koni taflache tichani ni lewu chake jisen kraine ni wayi webire na mefnyo egaje jisen actually dancing crown jisen kraine waleni asante ye kuame try na actually jisen krain because ameliake wope jimeni wa yameno because we are not telling our story. And I actually watched this being read out loudly on a national platform. Mimbo ekosi sentwe ni obi eko noni oblanu efe neba eche ni ntaje meniga obi. I was saying to myself, no, actually just and crying. There is a history behind it. Actually dancing crown. It is not dancing crown. Ni blema bi enye eche dancing crown. I'm afraid just and crying. You understand? So we need to go back to our history. Once you know your history, no steadily, it actually shows you who you are as a person. A lot of us are lost. Well, aje awo ne ke wonu no ba ke wodi acheme mbai ko nu na awo be wonu wodi acheme mbai no page no ni wole ya awo ne sane. But it is actually praying. Como Solomona solio ke ha ma ke mimbi. So keji we don't go back to some of these things. Ni waba kwe, ni waba project, ni waba push. Aba chake nge a chake wogbe. Magic betene awe ko aga Tantra Hill. Watch any quadintre, a get tatra gone, na ga charge me because gone in the call o tatra. Ona, so tatra gone, biana ke tantra hill, mogonke ama samai, ni waliake ama samang, ni ama sang emang, shake ama samai. You know, if we don't push this thing out there, no about tell our history, no about care what be a bear worker was she fine fair. I bear work look what generation ne I talk and make on quite me I'm a dollar. What generation ne what we are the bridge nika I talk and me ke me buyer was say we are that bridge. Keji what pushing the agenda no juba what be I'm about large completely. Como ni shipping ke wake a lot of the youth New York gan ameleno ni ji boy. Can you imagine? Ameleno ni ji boy. So mo fe money oye in age group me please ene esani what call it. This is our responsibility to pass on some of these things. Kia what be in here was say le chale if you am yake me large history tells back me large show ekoni adio me shishikula ni aname ni wagame we are on the verge. So we need to fix it. Honestly, we need to fix it. Let's go on.
Abundance. Then obey actually means season. Obey, it means season. So the seasons of abundance. Chobwe. Then the response is yire. It means work hard. So chobwe is not a military term. Chobwe. No, it actually means season of abundance. So obey means season in our culture. Season of abundance. Then when they say chobwe, you say yire, it means work hard. So the song will go ewo apaye manjesla omani aroni.
Okay, you mo fe ekomi. Again, yiri means work hard. Tomo yele moi. Oh nanie yele moi.
Aroni omani aroni inu insu ominja. The next verse yire yidan aye. Listen carefully. Yire work hard. Yidan, stop drumming. Aye, laziness. Stop drumming and stop laziness. Aye means laziness. That's why I say ayewa. Aye means laziness should go away. Then the answer is ye aye, drive away laziness. Ayewa ye aye. So when you hear yaye actually means drive away laziness. So yidan means stop drumming. Now, why does the poem say stop drumming? Because in the olden days, the means of entertainment, the sound system of entertainment was drum. Unlike today where you have all manner of record system, but drumming was the major sound system for entertainment. It was what accompanied all their entertainment, drumming. So once you stop drumming, once you ban drumming, it means you have banned entertainment. That is why there is ban on drumming. Actually, it is not ban on drumming. It is ban on entertainment, ban on the activities, ban on the funerals, ban on any other activity that will take away your attention from farming. Now, follow me carefully because when I come to the system, you understand why the song. So yida aye. So stop drumming and laziness. Then it says da aye yiri aro. Drumming and laziness is what brings the affliction. Yire yi omenje. Yire hard work brings what? Peace. And hard work brings productivities. Then you continue to say ewo. Ewo apaye manjesra omani aroni inu insu ominja yire yida aye da aye yire aro yire yi omenje ewo. It means rejoice. Then they will be clapping as they clap today, and the clapping is for rhythm to accompany the song or the poem. Okay, I hope we understand that. So these priests taught them the song, and all of them went to what? To put everything into practice. But how was the system he created? First of all, it started from February. Yes, middle of February. Middle of February. This is a book I've written. A reminder, Senior Abeiku Okai Festival, the brief history behind Ghana War Festival.
So ofine ke obana moko na he wolo ne enyabo e get very soon e ba fi available ye Amazon e ba hia wa I cannot wait ni e ba fi available ye Amazon ni my eco impulse le ko ni ona but keji oba sumo ni ona no le bomode ni I think aga if you call his number po ona ke a number in chie yin fio she a number ye ni a number +233 0249287855 +233 249287855 +233 249287855 He's written a lot of books on our history. Call reach out to Len Yeshua ke ebanye ne chon eni moko banye he ku ye gan ni ake mailibo so fine none
Awubia Festival of Awutu Breko Efim Pane Empa. It is a book I wrote. Abeiku Okai, my name is behind. Yes, you can get a copy. You let me know in the comment section. Now, so the farming system he created is this. It starts from the middle of February. The whole process starts in the middle of February. And in the middle of February, we have what we call the road clearing. Now, this we call them mini festivals. Okay, they are mini festivals. And in the middle of February, there is road clearing. The priest will lead the way. I'm not going to give so much details because the priests and the houses that are responsible for these these rituals or mini festivals differ in every community. So I will just give the simple system. So the priest would lead. There is a priest that will lead, and then he will go and symbolically, he will take a cutlass and a hoe, touch the ground with it. And this will indicate that now farmers can start farming. That is middle of February. Think about it, middle of February. The priest will lead, take them to the farm or to the road leading to the farms. All the farms, those days, they had several farms. And so every farm had, paths and roads. Of course, this is something we all know. So he will lead them to a particular place, and then he will use cutlass and hoe to touch the ground. And this will indicate that it's time for farming. So all farmers will now go into farming. Now listen, until the priest does this, nobody farms. Nobody farms. So once he does that, everybody will farm. You don't gather the wheat, you just leave it. And in the middle of March, they have the festival called, the mini festival called Koto Chichi. Koto means midnight. Okay, Koto means midnight. So midnight ritual. They will have Koto Chichi in March. And here, the priest will go through the community at midnight holding
cheme nye fine be na ewulo mo nwe ye no ko ni efio to mo be na echon ne in the exact month she chuchu I no ko na afio manken ni na ewulo mo nye fine cheme ka nye me nye ba na nye animale atoka nkpa meke onko aiki meke mama obe me ni efio manken ni mo war completely. Esa no joke because I was back around. So I remember when I was a kid, as a little boy, mo femo a shot or no fade down. Boni olena warrior buko ni a warrior ekonike then taga ke both English me mo femo because abachu kusumi nko manke ni esa ni mogo na. I know as a kid, I remember it very, very well. So ne ishebi ele nwe no nwe kai mi ye intro mi na kai no na ewulo mo ni tuo. Let's go on.
A stick, and he will hit the ground with a stick, hit the ground with a stick, and it is done at midnight, so everybody is expected to be sleeping at that time. One of the reasons this is done at midnight is to make sure the announcement reaches everybody. It reaches everybody. So there will be this stick that you will be holding, and you will hit the ground with it, and it will make some sinister sound. So you'll be in your room and you hear kum, kum, kum. And what is he saying? Koto chicho, efin fwe, abeteki, abeta pale, adon fwe. The time has come for everybody to go and farm. So take your cutlass, take your hoe, go and farm. That's what the priest will be doing. So beautiful. So beautiful. And it's a reminder. So the next morning, it means now everybody can go and what? And farm. The path clearing had been done. Farming period was announced. Then the Kotochichi, which is middle of March, that is first week in March. This is done. Then late March, there is the law that you don't burn the wheat. Why? So that the wheat will die, and then the earth or the farm will be manured by the the leaves. It will rot. The bush will rot, and when it rots, it goes back into the earth and it gives it manure. So you don't burn it immediately. And again, you cannot burn the weeds you just weeded. You can't burn it. You have to give it time to dry so that you burn it. Late March, there is the Ojapa. Ojapa is also another meaning festival where now the priest, another priest, there are different priests that are responsible for all the activities. Yes, but because I'm speaking about Ga Dangwe, Awubia, and then the Senya, I'm not going into the details, but I believe that somebody who knows the ritual and the culture can actually see the link and then note what is being done and how it is being done. So late March, then the priest will go around the community, with brandishing flame, fire, and shouting, Ojapa, Ojapa, Ojapa. It means that now you can go and burn the wheat. Oh, so beautiful. You can go and burn the wheat. So the next morning, all the farmers, everybody, will go to their farms, and then they will go and then burn the wheat. And when you burn the wheat also, you have to wait. You don't plant. You have to wait until early May, until May. So May is when they come to the Awudun, Awubia, Nadumo. You get it? May. They've done the path clearing, they've done the burning. Now May, early May, is the planting of the millet. And I repeat, originally it is planting of millet, but now they plant actually maize. Good. So when they plant the millet, the priest will lead and he will plant the first millet. All right. So when he plants the first millet, it means that everybody can now go and do their planting. But immediately the priest plants the millet, automatically there is ban on drumming. Now you're now getting the picture why there is ban on drumming. Because when you plant the millet and you go and organize funeral, party, all manner of entertainment and gatherings, and you don't give time to the millet, how would the millet, grow well? How would you get the food you were looking for? How would you conquer hunger if you are just interested in funerals, entertainment, and all that stuff? No, it is time for seriousness and productivity. So that is why there is ban on drumming. That is why. So today we still observe the ban on drumming, but I think we should do more than placing ban on drumming. It should be a time where the youth should be organized. There should be symposiums, there should be conferences, there should be summits, there should be entrepreneurship programs that will empower the youth, that will promote hard work, promote productivity. Let us bring this ban on drumming into our national cultural identity so that people will know that in Ghana or even in Accra, in Senya, in Awutu, in Winneba, or in the South, there is a time period where attention is given to productivity, where people who have businesses, the billionaires, the millionaires, the entrepreneurs who have been able to make it, they will teach the young ones how to also do business. And there will be loans that will be given to young businesses so that we can be productive. Because if we just place ban on drumming and we don't look at the productivity aspect of it, we have actually thrown away the wisdom of our ancestors. Because the drumming was only symbolic.
Wisdom is talking. There he goes again, giving us what we can actually do with that period. He's talking about mentorship. He's talking about entrepreneurship training. He's talking about investing in the youth, lecturing, symposiums, forums to actually build capacity. Bona. So nibi ne fe because wale ni wale dwemo ke susumo ke yito ni yo say wo na fe won. But como dwemo na ke ba, because drumming was the basic entertainment systems at the time. Abayi jo ni ajo ni afeni ne. Meanwhile, esani adunoko. Now you may disagree with this part. Ni explain in terms of the ban on drumming and noise making. But even if you disagree with the explanation, he's making sense. So in order to get every youth working, to get every individual working, boni afeni ana bumper harvest yewo a season na kan be afe. Ni mo femo afe focused. So bi ane komo jele mi chaki. So chowa no no ba anye wo fe. Na can period there me when you have leaders ni ta flacha me ye kanshi ni amensumo na me wa me mambi. This is what you do. Bomodem Johnny Femo call you no send it out. And like I said, we are going to bring him on the channel. At least what I have let him 2-3 times about 3 different topics about work. Gandang baby ke guambi. You understand what I'm saying? So, like I told you, call about John Inkelena Sanigba earlier in Shwanene in Chale, Inkelena Sanigba, and he's willing to come on the channel and speak to us. So, wakaleba schedule ni wakalaba ni wababo tene bi ami ojo ba adi. Let's go on. If I like him Shwami, ona ami gonti keji ofeko na kaino e jani fe mo.
The major thing was the productivity, so that we can become more productive. In fact, I believe when we do it this way, we can draw in Christians, draw in the state, draw in society, everybody on board, and we will be able to feed ourselves. We'll be able to change our destiny. That is the wisdom of our ancestors. That is one of the reasons I am sharing this with you, and I'm passionate about it, because the ancestors are also my ancestors. Our forefathers are also our forefathers. They don't belong to a particular people. They belong to all of us. And their wisdom must not be thrown away. So I'm calling upon the state, and I'm calling upon the youth, I'm calling upon the traditional leaders and everyone to ensure that the next ban on drumming, we will focus on conferences, seminars, productivity, not only the ban. Let's place the ban. I agree to the ban. But in addition to that, let's bring in productivity. Let's give loans. Let's empower the youth. Let's help businesses. Well, we have a lot of young businesses that we need to help to stand up. And that is what our ancestors taught about. They were into farming. Today, we are not into farming. It's good for us to go back into farming, but some will definitely not go into farming. But how do we make hard work our hallmark during ban on drumming? So the group do the ban on drumming because you have to give attention to the farm. You have to work hard. And afterwards, we come to, so when during the ban on drumming, there is a time when they do what we call apreba. Apreba is to go and see the first fruit, okay, the millet that was planted, the ones that came early, apreba. It has, rush. To apre means to rush. Like the accounts will say to rush, to rush. To rush, the one that came early, the first harvest, then they will prepare. They have the food they call impotroba in Senya, Impotroba, that is on living condo or on living, dough. That is what they use to prepare it with palm oil.
Now, no find in our share bo popo both way the link between look this is very interesting. So pay more attention to near afa agbene popo na about let's go on.
It with palm oil, the improper with palm oil. I believe the proper, you may be familiar with it, but I can't explain it further. So they will do that, and they will use that to celebrate the first harvest. From there, then we come to July. So the millet is planted in May, and then in June, the first millet or maize is visited, and then the Impotroba or the Apreba is celebrated. Then afterwards, come to Ijodi, the Yam Festival. The Yam Festival is in July. Because they also plant yam. So now they will celebrate the yam. But the Yam Festival is the major festival before the Homoa Festival, before the Akumase Festival was the Yam Festival. But today, because the Akumase and the Homoa and the Ubia has taken prominence, people don't even see the Yam Festival as a festival. But that was the major festival. And actually it was celebrated or observed paternal house by paternal house. It is still done that way. Yes. Then after the Yam Festival, we come to another mini festival, which is Ban on Sale. In those days, they will go to how do you call it? They go to fishing. They go for fishing. And when they went for fishing, they didn't go with outboard motor as we have today. They went with sail. So the tradition is that when we are approaching the festival and we are expecting harvest, we have to go to fishing. And because of that, there will be ban on sale. Fishermen will not go to fishing. They will close the sea. Let me put it in our current language. They will close the sea. Two reasons. One, so that the fishermen will have time to actually, take care of their canoes, their nets, and everything, and they'll have a lot of rest because there is expectation of bumper harvest. And then the second reason is so that the sea will be repopulated, and then when the festival approaches quickly, they can, go and bring the fish for celebration or for the harvest. Then after the ban on sale, we have the harvest, which is the Awubia. The Awubia, I don't know the dance. How do they call it? The harvesting. Okay, the Omoa itself is not the harvesting. No, the harvesting comes before the Omoa itself. So after harvesting, which the Obutus call it Awubia, Senyas also call it Awubia. So the Awubia is actually the harvesting. So after the Awubia, the farmers actually go to their farms and bring the produce home. But before they do that, the priest would go and inspect the millet that was planted on behalf of the town, of the community. And then when they inspect it, they will bring some home. And all farmers can now also bring theirs home. After it is brought home, now we have food. So what do? We celebrate. And this celebration, the priest, Atate Kosikwe, he planned it in such a way that is so beautiful, that the Ga Adangwes will start and they will celebrate it. In the olden days, it was not so divided among all of them like the way today it is divided. Others start. But all the Ga Adangwes, they are to end their second week of August. That is when the.
So according to Wachene, bechuchukwe no mie mingbla mo ba ne ke ebele ne ke chon ke balo mo wa yeli ebele ne ke chon ngona wo mi egbla wa afike wo kusumi fe mo le nche emi egbla. Of course, second week in August, they will maintain like a batabiane. So once a batabiane lele, second week in August, no ayomo, no one, I bet one like a day check your da. So let's go on.
Adangwes or the Gamashin will end the homework. When they end the following week, the third week of August, the people of Senya Breku would also follow with the celebration. The people of Senya Breku's third week in August. Then the Obutus, the Agutu Brekus, with the Awubia, they call it Awubia, they will also continue in the fourth week in August. And interestingly, I'm told that the people of Gomuafete also celebrate the Akumasi. And then the Yayano also have it. So it's an old festival, and the people of Simpa, Winneba, they also celebrate it. So that is the system that our ancestors would lay down for us. And that is why we celebrate Homework Festival, we celebrate Akumasi Festival, we celebrate Awubia Festival. So if we are celebrating the festival this week or this month, let us all, wherever we are celebrating, let us all celebrate it, knowing that our ancestors left us a great and wonderful legacy. But let's give attention to the values, the purpose, and the meaning, and make sure that the system, is more meaningful, is more known to the current generation and even the society at large. If we look at it carefully, we'll be able to build it well, and it will serve a great purpose. Another video will come. My name is Abeiku Okai, and you can find me on social media. Subscribe to my YouTube channel, Abeiku Okai. You can subscribe to my channel. My Facebook page also is Senya Breku Guan. Senya Breku Guan. You will see my Facebook page, and my number is on the screen: 0249287855. 0249287855. This book, I'm looking at how I can make it widely available for everyone. Thank you once again for listening to me.
Right. So there you have it. Once again, so Nano, Ufine, nye subscriber to a YouTube channel. But Malik, old pirates, yes, they rob by. Sold I to the merchant ships. Minutes after they took I from the bottomless pit. But my hand was made strong by the help of the Almighty. We forward in this generation triumphantly. Won't you help me sing these songs of freedom? It's all I ever had. Redemption songs. Redemption songs. Emancipate yourself from mental slavery. None but ourselves can free our mind. Ooh, I've no fear for atomic energy, 'cause none of them can stop the time. How long shall they kill our prophets while we stand aside and look? Some say it's just a part of it. We've got to fulfill the book. Won't you help me sing these songs of freedom? It's all I ever had. Oh, redemption song. Emancipate yourself from mental slavery. None but ourselves can free our mind. Ooh, have no fear for atomic energy, 'cause none of them can stop at the time. How long shall they kill our prophets while we stand aside and look? Ooh, some say it's just a part of it. We've got to fulfill the book. Won't you help me sing these songs of freedom? It's all I ever had. Oh, redemption song. Redemption song. So there you go. It's about time we need to change that mental slavery. We need to change it. Yep. You understand? We need to change it. We need to change it. We need to change it. We've bastardized what is truly ours. and glorified what is alien to us. And it's sad. And it's sad. There is actually a part 1. Or I play it some other time. Bona, koni video say ajeke. So part 2 and in Trambwe. So part 1 in how moho can it be come and like I said, we will bring him on the channel. Ojogba. So once again, if you want to contribute, text hi. Ke otawni ukenoko afitaye. Bomodeni owani wanwehi nyani inge okay. Inle the whistle yabi. Okay. Man Christy in the eshe onono. So wabakwe. Chebe jebe ofane kenye nyani mali aye. So far the whistle pe ni inage yabi inuko akuche inuko akuche here inuko atokan he bio inuko he inuko ma Hawaii. So let's see mene nya wakwa ka woni ba she madu manolo ina ga mene madu ma woko efe very active here let's see if we can get her on the phone. So Abaje.
Eddie.
Yeah.
I don't care, but no, that was 200 my guy. I remember you playing the money. I mean, when I go Benny about Yakashi or Fenwon Cassini. You were what I was Chelsea. Akashi. Ikenika Simon Eba. And con be kume poem. A chon Akashi Obleku Ebeniji. But days in
yeah, that is the religion. Yep.
Religion there. Which makes a lot of sense to me. I think I can know where me chon Akashi. Kaka Obleku. They have to more showers. They are very light showers. It's a particular
right.
If you have to move Jomo, one relate to Jomo Gagweneke religion. Maybe to move or not Jomo Kaje.
Yes.
That connection makes a lot of sense to me.
Right.
I've been here. If you about Brala, Akule Sumai, Akule Establanji, Suma, Alo Atos. Jacopo Establanji, Ritmo, Accord moi Piaget, Alo Mimale,
Apiaget Tayua. I think I can tell you about the Apiaget.
Aquago Mafu.
Okay.
She be Apiaget. In this case, a pie. He related a little bit to be Tayua.
Right.
The similarity in language.
Yes.
It's very interesting to me. Like I said, it was a very good in there in there. He made a point. I greatly appreciate. I think I support Akashi. But alone, Nikasibuni Mina Mijike Aduma. It's not only Akashi, but Abafi Dioni Asolipe.
Yep.
She
that's when you put in a lot of work. Yep.
You put in a lot of work. I enjoy na kind nuchumo no chun. In these times, to me, akola ke be ni ake pan ni biai na ake organize.
Yep.
Kaya gano ya. It was yes, na kani be initially ni drinker oh back and noise baba. It is positive noise. Jenny ashwe here.
Dabi.
Ni yewala.
Dabi.
She more organized coding money na kanuchu mwe ku ajeminkeba. Eke na kanuchu mo mini ba na no mini ba yini. Mene ke otishie oke nuchu mo bega. Unyeme benuchu mo aya school neke. Ni le no ne yuoji pe ni nyeke neke problems ne. Be mini afe dio ni afe party. Na share him afe ya kan bi na kan use na kan mbe nyeke nyemu neke munye.
That's right.
Mo fe ko jomo aba. Ni nuko papa jemi ni what's alo kan we ahin ke ko enjoy no you da no you o share o like o dumonoko no ta flat je ni o you there follow because many Friday she o you da because o tu do na gbe o yi ona ni there's a lot of jomo PM in bona to be wi what me amefe ni keke.
Yep.
Bejin fena metowe. Jomo ko ye. Hien no kama ko ye.
Yep.
No ya ko ye. Shwele mo ko ye. Ewo ke wa ko wi mu aloju mo keje no ni wo ko emi. Twanga shi bega wo pa woni bi ai. Wo mo ni wo fe kumi. Ni shwele mo ke no ya aje no fi on wo fi o mi. Ni ka fe follow. Ka ya fi di be ba shono keke bo yi follow she mini poteni nuchu mochu ni mene o yemi enini you know ni nko emi no
sounds good nya watcha man Christy ke woke woni fe mo eba na gbe mene boli pi ko be wi mo to bo ni abache ewie yani shata mini ya no shata boy ojugba Pago Shataba. Hello, man Christy, you find it to your thing. Naka, you find no jai pano.
Yeah, I'm glad. I'm glad for this thing. I watched him on the YouTube 3 days ago.
Okay.
The mean Nakeshi, we are intertwined with Game, Gwambie.
That's right.
Ke o history Gwane the whole Ghana. Mo fame mo eko.
Yep.
Ni noni do meji angma viemo. Abe books for viemo.
Dabi. It's completely gone.
Elaje kula. So abu Gwambie popo.
Yeah.
Bonus. Abu ame mo fame mo ko viemo eko keje. Ensure na ke agbe not the border. Even at one eko ye Benin. Eko mehupo ye Ivory Coast.
Yep.
Ke Togo because bega me eko mehu yin Togo. Ame Togo ame pleke. I think it's a good idea Keshi. You got in touch with him and we are going to learn. Eja ke ka ye la te ye mo. Ka ye mo ye ni. Okay ba. La te ke be. Ebru bi ko mehu ka to wi oba. Amewie wo be. The wo take more here is a
right.
The vowels. The war. I'm glad. I'm so happy. I'm telling you.
Right.
Thumbs up. I'm so happy. Game Bana Amelia Keshi, they are not alone. We are all intertwined. Not with the even point yeah, what I shan't take a maiden chair. I'm a lemon. I'm yet to know the true history. So thumbs up. I'm glad. Oh, honey, me share him Friday. I call me Friday.
That's right. It's
It's an work casting.
Yep.
In your show, I can say we can say who just same page. You
can say it's gbese. It's gbese. Yes. Papa gbese no better than chai kind. I think I can check. Okay. No, mami ji money yes. Yes. Mm-hmm. Yes.
Ni eton woni wo kase ni wo ni wo she healing by him ni hawe. No kwa keshi is there a way ni about eke le mekumengma ye mo e wo kaji eba nye eke ba system mi ni wo le ni wo kase because ona wo ni ewi isani want me yo wulo me amekase what it is. The original one thing.
Right.
Can't make us say, but no, I'm a you. It's not original.
A corrupt few, yes. A corrupt few.
That's right.
Yeah.
She means like I say, oh, I can't the mom say no, you know, I might not pick the pronunciation.
Right.
Well, if you can say, Sunny wall of me, I make us say me be KJB if for nke noko meko me ni fio ganoko te nana majeni nke send.
Yes,
I was so glad to see. So
it was beautiful.
Yes, they didn't participate. Okay, me te put say to me tepe na me life. Viewer was I think 200 and noko. Kaja chante noko na fio ubana. We have to project.
That's right.
Well, my job.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Thank you so much.
Right.
All right.
Okay.
Right.
Bye-bye.
Yeah. Bye. Right. So, like I said, we'll bring him on the channel. I spoke with him today, and he's more than willing. He can try next week. He work where Beni Obanya was scheduled ni Eba Fetaway. There was we are not going to go Fitai ni Bolly. We'll bring the curtains down.
Oh, Dabi doko chombe Nukasimo so.
Nakai.
Eradon.
Yes. That's right. So chemeganyeme nyefe nyi ana walada wabasa wababa biye wo wababa biye with another show ke bako dan yoba boyene tui koni oyase no akwa show keke onu shisho ojuba
Awo.
Right. So Chameganyeme ufine before ni mashibue once again ene medenche in grandma nyeti ame pie nyelele bona boni ni yo Madam Beatrice Late in grandma denche direct acho mami lale bona so in grandma denche ni ufine a 91st birthday party celebration ogbani ba ne Bolly, Afeye, Canis Majoris Event Center, Anya Market near Calvary Church. Bona, so ufine, nyawa boamodi ni wakwa grandma say, Madam Beatrice Late, in 91st birthday, Mlenchen grandma, so ufine, Bolly, nyemeni nyelele, nyeboamodi. Kolile kemomoko bimoko ake enu ake afi grandma birthday lo nyefenye ya ni Bolly nya kwa grandma ise. So once again minkpa bofa ye ishiba mi Sunday ni ba name Canis Majoris Event Center Anya Market near Calvary Church. Yani ofen wabo amadeni wa celebrate grandma 91st birthday. One more time. Koni wakawani femo abanagbe.
Awo.